So it's Friday, the 19th of July 2024, and today's my day off. I've just finished looking back at the press conferences of JAGDEO. That press conference was done sometime yesterday afternoon, and I looked at the one today of opposition leader NORTON. There's so many things that I decided to just make some brief notes. So here goes. The following, these are just some snippets from the JAGDEO, as usual towards the press conference. Now, as we all know, Deputy Commissioner Calvin Brutus attempted to deposit I think it was about $16.5 million in the police force's credit union account, and he was calling it a wedding gift. According to reports, that money was promptly returned the next day to the Deputy Commissioner. He's on leave. Whether he was sent on leave or whether he requested leave, we don't know. But in yesterday's press conference, the VP JAGDEO was swearing that the government of the PPP, they will not intervene in any investigation in terms of the Deputy Commissioner. So I am going to say, let's hold our breath. Let's wait and see. He also went on in the same breath to, well, not actually to try to stop people from vilifying police officers, because there's a lot of allegations about police corruption out there, and he's trying to say that the public should stop trying to vilify officers. But my thing is that if there's corruption in the police force, the government should let those investigations happen. Not because some of those police officers may be loyal to the government, you'll see it on the carpet. The Home Affairs Minister himself, Robeson Ben, is saying that it's time to take off the gloves in terms of corruption in the police force. But that's the problem. When you get loyalty, sometimes you want to buy loyalty, sometimes you want to turn your face or your head in another direction. Let's see what's going to happen to the Brutus investigation. Another thing he mentioned is about the breaking up the Chinese gang. He's saying that the Chinese gang, they were buying gold. They were staying at these hotels and buying up gold. And he alleged that the previous government knows about some of the ringleaders and this smuggling of gold. He was mentioning about the 3 people that were caught with the gold chains that were painted in silver, and the previous government knows who are the head honchos. I don't.
Norton, Dennis Brown, and Marius again. Sir, in the area of any other questions, I wanted to ask you, first of all, how important do you see the Alliance for Change in unseating the People's Progressive Party at the next elections?
All forces of the opposition will be critical in dealing with and removing the PPP from office. I believe Nigel Hughes is a welcome addition. The AFC was always there and will continue to be there. Nigel is the new leader of the AFC. I think he is a welcome addition. My honest hope is that we will pursue coalition politics and unseat the PPP. I believe that you need all the opposition elements. We need to recruit, which we are doing. We're not disclosing them now, but they are prominent citizens in this society that will appear on the PNC list that is part of the coalition. Because we do believe that there is need for a broad-based movement to unseat the PPP. And as the leader of the PNC and from the discussions we have been having, we are committed to removing the PPP from office because they are not operating in the interest of the people of Guyana. And we believe that coalitions, politics will be critical in doing that.
The issue of the conflict of interest involving Mr. Hughes and ExxonMobil and probably other oil companies, is that a worrisome factor for you in terms of working together with the AFC?
You know, the first thing I would say about that is this. BHARRAT JAGDEO has no moral right to speak about conflict of interest. The PPP in its entirety, at all levels, are involved in conflict of interest. If I had believed that the PPP had an interest in conflict of interest, I would have pursued it. I believe the government must first show us that they believe in the principle of conflict of interest and remove the many conflicts of interest that are occurring under the People's Progressive Party.
No, I wasn't talking about, I wasn't exactly seeking a reaction from you with respect to what the PPP has been saying, but the fact of the matter, Mr. Hughes being a partner in his law firm, and that law firm works with ExxonMobil, he himself has acknowledged this. I'm asking whether you think that is a factor that is of concern to you.
Ideally, I wish it wasn't as it is, but as we progress, I think it's an issue we can address.
And in light of Mr. Hughes being in the ground, and of course you didn't recognize the AFC as part of an important mechanism to remove the PPP, would you be willing to concede a presidential candidacy to him?
The question of the presidential candidacy has been determined by our party Congress. Our party Congress has passed a motion saying in clear terms that the leader of the people.
Look at the contractors now. If you look at the small contractors, you have hundreds of Afro-Guyanese small contractors who are benefiting from small contracts. You ask them about it. They destroyed many of the big contractors too. You ask Cummins how much work he got, or Courtney Ben, or one of the big contractors, black contractors. They are elitist party. And both, so it's not just Afro-Guyanese, but the cabals, the racist cabals have now controlled these two parties. That's why they have no shame to put up that kind of structure. And they would appeal only, that's what we say, only to race. So who in Guyana, which Guyanese that wants to see our country move forward would want to, with full conscience, go into that party? You're not going to get help if you're ordinary Afro-Guyanese. And secondly, it's not a national party. Can't work for the thing. And as you said, mixed people too. You don't have a place there, or any other race for that matter. It's ridiculous. They're just a racist cabals that have controlled these two parties. And so it's not a good thing for people where our country is going. They've given up any pretense at anything else. They've given up all the pretense. And so when they go to complain to the diplomats again, because they love to talk about diversity. You know, Nigel, you say, oh, diversity on the Constitutional Reform Commission, although our side is diverse, their side is not diverse, but he says it. I wish that the parties, the diplomats say, what about diversity in your leadership? Don't you think that anybody else is capable? So, yeah.